This is the playoffs. This is the wild card. We officially made it. We're in the playoffs. We got the first round bye somehow. Don't know how. Still amazed by that. So this is what we're gonna do. We're going to do the usual. We're gonna put on some music. Right. We're gonna put on some crip. We're gonna go through and we're gonna look at the playoff bracket. We're gonna look at stats. We're gonna look at awards, scouting stuff. We're gonna do that sort of stuff this week. Right. We got a free week. Let's do that. Okay. So first thing. Jesus. Got the burpees. Alright, so playoffs. So, let's see. So we're at the 1 seed, right? We'll go over here. All the way over here. 1 seed. Boom. Okay. Then we got the Bears, the Falcons, the Cards, the Seahawks, the Vikings, and the Cowboys. Alright, so a lot of teams that we've seen before. We lost to the Falcons. I remember that game really badly. We lost once to the Cowboys. I think we smoked the Seahawks, and I don't remember if I played the Cardinals or the Vikings anymore. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember. This has been a long season. But what I do know is that we're in, right? So that's the playoffs right there, okay? And that's funny. All the way over, if you look all the way over on the right side of the screen, right? All the way over the right side of the screen, it says Draft Central. I've never seen that before. That's kind of new. So the top need, it says we need a quarterback. I'm not 100% against that. However, that's not my top need. Right guard, as you all know, Teron Beck right there is the guy that I really want. And then left tackle, we could use a left tackle. I do like Prince. I think Prince has done well this season. And he's a guy that we could build with. So we're going to take just a quick look at... Because I don't think there's a new mock, is there? There's Mock 1, Mock 2, no Mock 3 yet. Okay, so we don't have a third mock yet. What we can do, though, is let's take just a quick peek at some prospects. Right, by look at prospects, I mean look at the prospects that are our favorites from when we did it before, right? So we got Beck. Beck's at 85% complete now. Round 1, this guy's just a stud. There's no, I'm going to say there is no way in hell that we can get him. No way in hell. I would love to get him, but there's no way in hell. No way in hell. Look at that. It's too good. He's too good. If he falls to us, then more power to us, right? However, don't see it happening. Bryce Cadet is a guy that we have looked at before. This was in the very first mock. They had us getting him. C-zone. That's a solid stat for us. Stamina's an A, tackle's a B. That's solid. Press is a B, like, you know, again, another solid guy, right? And then the other main one was Ben Villarreal. BBB across the board right there. You know, big boy. Awareness A, break tackle B. No matter what, I think we're going to get a solid player. It all just depends on... It all just depends, right? It's like Sean Sharpton has gone down. Graham's gone up a little bit, right? So we have these guys we have our hearts next to that are guys that we like the idea of. Cam Clement. Cam Clement is an undrafted free agent. Projected undrafted free agent. Good acceleration. This is a guy that we kind of looked at. Play action and throw under and throw short are both C's, along with spin move. And then throw under pressure is a B. That's the guy that immediately I was kind of like, let's add him to the list, right? I hate how it does that. Sam Ferguson's another guy. Greg Clemens is a second to third round guy. You know, Chris Green is a guy that I've been looking at that I like the idea of as well, as a center. You know, so we're looking. We got a bunch of different positions. Like I said, the biggest thing is that with us having 7 picks, right? We have 7 picks. We are going to use the 7 picks as best as we can to draft 7 different positions to make the overall team better. Because as you can see above my head, right, we have 1 C player on offense, and that's Bryce. On defense, we have nothing. It's all Ds. So, like, no matter what, these guys are going to improve the team. I think all the way through the draft, they'll improve the team, right? So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. As you can see on the list here, Craig Morris, Greg Barber. I didn't even bother adding him to my list, right, Barber? But Terrell Beck is the projected rank number 10, right? So hopefully, the biggest thing is that we can hope to God that there's a run on like D linemen, corners, and like wide receivers and quarterbacks. If we can get a run on that sort of stuff, and Terrell Beck just slowly falls down the draft, there's a potential that Terrell Beck can eventually land with us, right? All right, so now we got managed staff, which is an interesting one because we have 20. Oh, I was like, let me do the weekly strategy first because then that would give us some more that would give us points and stuff, and then I can figure out what the hell we're doing. Start training, as you can see right there. The basic guys, right? The basic crew now of 6. You know, I'm very intrigued to see how this goes. Update players. All right, let's go. And it's just Bryce. Bryce has been the stud of the fucking team. Yep. There we go. Bryce is now green. He's now in the green! Well, Bryce, like I said, Bryce is the future. Bryce is like, if I had to put like, you know how like people sometimes in like, not in drafts, but like if there's like an expansion draft or something like that, there's like the top guys that are just straight up no-nos, or like if someone called in like, hey, we're listening to offers for every person on the team. Like, we want to know how much this is. Bryce is the only one that I would not listen to any offers to right now. Bryce is the heart and soul of this team moving forward. Managed staff. Let's take a look here. Because now we've done everything that we wanted to here with getting after-school tutoring, right? So now the question is what do we do next? And my thinking is, I'm looking here, increase XP gain for corners in training. That's a 20. That's far. That's worth it, though. MP stats, increased XP gains for free safeties, okay. Increased stats for D-line, okay. Increased stats for linebackers, okay. So we don't have the corner one. Yeah, let's add the corner one on that. There. Our defense is just getting better stuff. All players on your team count as scheme fits during training. What? What? Okay. That's what we're saving up for. Right there. So, scheme fit players get bonus points in training. So, if all of my players are officially scheme fit, that means that no matter what, they will be getting bonus points. That's huge. Slow rating regressions for 1 season for 1 position. That's reveal a hidden talent, developmental trait for 1 player once per season. That one's kind of cool. But yeah, no, we're gonna go with that though. My O&DCs are probably gonna change out as the years go on. Trades I don't need. Contracts is one that we'll probably need. 2% trade value. Why is that in contracts then? Oh, it wasn't. Okay. 5% discount on players under 80. Okay. Alright. Line guru, likelihood to sign the lineman in the offseason. Likelihood to sign. Okay. Scheme fits have increased interest in signing through free agency. That's an interesting one. I like that one. The ultimate catch, increased likelihood of a wide receiver or tight ends. Okay. Blanket, increased likelihood of corners coming here. Unlock 1 player in resigning who is not interested into renegotiation. Alright, player personnel, contracts. I'm gonna have to come back to that one. Yeah, no, as of right now though, we need to get the final piece. Right? We need to get the final piece. Alright, so there's staff management. Right, so now we've looked through staff management. We've done the draft stuff. We've upgraded. We've done the training for all the players. Now, the next thing I wanted to look at was let's go and injury report. Okay, so Gift comes back in 2 weeks. That hurts. And okay, so we're gonna be without our first game. We're gonna be without a starting left guard and left outside linebacker. That kind of hurts. I have an idea for what we might do during the game to help for the Gifford one. But the other one though, I'm not 100% sure. We're just gonna have to roll with it. Okay, so now let's go to league. Let's go stats and awards. All right. And let's take a look here. Let's go. Let's just look at our stats. Let's take a look at. Let's look at us first, right? Okay. Huntley ended the season with 2,500. All right. Matt Moore had 200. Tebow had 50. I love the fact that we have Tebow on here. Touchdowns to interceptions aren't great for either one of these guys. Of course, Tebow only had 2 touchdowns and didn't really do much else. Completion percentage is really good on all of them, though. 76, 70, 75. I'll take that. Yards per game, 157, 73. Matt Moore got the end of a game, a final drive of a game, and the second and third quarter of a game. So his stats take him for how you see him. Bryce, obviously, our main back. Then we have Miz. Miz is being our shotgun back. This is the big change that we will be making, especially after last week. After last week, this is the big change we will be making. Elijah Holyfield is no longer going to be our power back. Jordan Scarlett is now our power back, and Elijah Holyfield will not be coming back next year. I'm letting him go. He's done. He has 7 touchdowns this year. Jordan Scarlett could have had 7 touchdowns this year. Same production, right? So I just. It was after the last game, watching Jordan Scarlett running over people. It was an easy answer. Then we have a couple of these guys that, like Tebow, getting the run at the end of the year. A couple of these guys getting runs at the end of the year. Huntley almost had 100 yards. And then we had receiving. Willis was our receiver with, actually, he was our receiver and our yards guy. But Stevenson was our explosive guy, though, more than anything. Willis would get more catches underneath. Willis, at the end of the year, started playing a little bad, it felt like. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Isaiah Wright start taking more carries later in the year. No, not later in the year because we're in the playoffs. Potentially next year fighting for a starting spot. Right? I like Isaiah Wright. Wright's been playing really well. That final game of the year, putting him at the number 1 spot, he played very well. Parkinson is kind of locked this up, but not really. He did a great job this season. Like you see multiple times, though, we have multiple tight ends on the field a lot of times. I just need to find a way to get them both the ball. That's the problem for me right now. But, I mean, all 3 of our tight ends, they're Fuma, Hunter, and Parkinson all have touchdowns. So that's kind of cool. Bryce Love was the only one that didn't really have a touchdown this year. Jordan Scarlett, like I said, so that's at the end of the year. And look, Elijah Holyfield is the only guy on my offense to not have a catch. So, yeah. There's that. Blocking-wise, you see here, Cooper led up 1 tackle, Prince led up 2, and Isaiah Wilson led up 4, which means our starting right guard, who would be Calamete, didn't let up any. And I'm looking at getting a right guard. This is one of those things I might get if Beck comes in. Beck may not play right guard because Calamete, as we're seeing right here, did a fantastic job this season in pass pro. Holy shit, I didn't realize it was that good. Good for him. All right. Tackles, yeah, Howard and Dawkins. Howard, Dawkins, over 100 each. The way that it should be in my defense. They fly around with Green and Jammer. Yep, the next 2. Yep, getting the flat stuff. That's beautiful to see. Let's take a look. Sacks. Alex Barrett at the end of the year came on. He officially got the bump up to our pass rush specialist. So he's there along with Brailford. I mean, that's the thing. Look at that. Him and Brailford, Brailford was on the field a lot more than he was, and he has more sacks. So it's just an obvious situation. And he has an interception, too. Ostman and the Davis boys there, 6.5, 6 and 5. Daylon Mack, 4.5. Henry kind of came on a little strong at the end of the year. And then Jammer had 2, which is funny because I don't really bring them much, but You guys saw throughout the year. I did a little bit. Howard, Sloop, and Hayes all had 5. Green had 4. Giff had those 2 at the beginning of the year and then never did it again. Our DNs having picks right here is beautiful. Dawkins had 1, and Jam had 1. And then we had a bunch of fumbles. We had a bunch of touchdowns, for what I remember, though, right? Yep, 2 from Howard, 2 from Green, 2 from Dawkins, 1 from Brelford, and 1 from Jam. So that's kind of cool, right? The only other thing, really, because we didn't do much return-wise, but kicking-wise, though, right, I'm going to throw the kicker in. Vedvik, our boy Vedvik, 13 for 13 and 61 for 61. So he fucking killed it, right? So now, final thing, right? Hey, look at that, owner, number 10. Final thing, let's take a look at yearly awards. We didn't win a whole lot of yearly awards. We're just looking at like the top 5. We won't go down on any of these. MVP, no one, right? Fitzmagic won MVP for the Chiefs, with Jordan Love winning MVP with the Bears. That's kind of hilarious to me. Mahomes, Elliott, and then Aaron Donald. Coach of the Year, though, that's us. We got Coach of the Year. Urban Meyer, number 2. Nagy, Cully, and then Arthur Smith. Went on the AFC, win the NFC. All right, so Offense Player of the Year, Zeke, Jordan Love, Prescott, Jones, and Rodgers. Sure. Defense Players of the Year, Donald, Von Miller, Khalil Mack, Myles Garrett, TJ Watt. Sure. Offensive Rookies of the Year. This is one I was wondering if we would get anyone on, and of course we didn't. But Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Travis Etienne Jr., Rondale Moore, and Jamar Chase. We did have Stevenson right here at 7, so that was kind of cool. Defense Player of the Year, kind of the same thing. Wasn't sure if we'd have anyone. Pete Werner, Alim McNeil, Jeremiah Owusu-Karamoa, Jalen Phillips, and Caleb Farley. I don't think we had yet. We didn't. Best QB, I knew we weren't going to be on there. You know, Jordan Love, Baker Mayfield, Russ, Rodgers, Prescott. I don't think we were even 10. Yep. This is the one that hurt. This is the one that we're going to take personally into next season. Right here. We did not get best running back. Zeke, Aaron Jones, Joe Mixon, Dalvin Cook. All of them above us. We're taking this personal. Personal. Right? We're taking that personal right there. And you know what? After this, we'll look at rushing stats after this now that I just think of that. Best wide receiver, obviously we're not going to be on here. Our receivers are good for what we do, but not. So Calvin Ridley's on the board. Devin Duvernay, Jerry Jeudy, Cole Beasley, and Keenan Allen. Best O-line, yet again, another one that we weren't on the board for. It's okay. Wirfs, Bakatiari, Quentin Nelson, Brandon Burks, Trent Williams. Best D-line, another one I knew we weren't going to be on. We didn't even hit double digits. We came close, but we didn't hit double. Donald, Garrett, Clowney, Graham, and Crosby. Kind of crazy that they have Clowney and Donald, now that I'm seeing this back. Linebackers, Von Miller, Khalil Mack, TJ Watt, Joey Bosa, and Kenneth Murray Jr. I don't think we... Yep. Best DB, we had some right at the back end of the list, but not at the front end. Jair Alexander, Darius Slay, Colton Davis, Kyle Fuller, and Anthony Harris. And as you see here, boom, Green, Sloop, and Hayes all were 8 through 9. Or no, 7 through 9. Best kicker, Bedvick. So yeah, so we had a couple award winners. That's kind of cool, right? I do want to see though. I want to see the disrespect potentially here. I want to see it. I want to see it. I think you want to see it too, right? The disrespect. Let's take a look here. I'm just going to go NFC. Fuck it. Just NFC. Never mind. No disrespect. Holy shit. Damn, Zeke. Mixon. Then us. See, it's the touchdowns. That's what it is. It's the touchdowns. Bryce only had 11 touchdowns. Bryce has the best average. He's the 3rd for average per game. Kind of one of the higher for fumbles. Didn't break that many tackles. Yards after contact, though, was huge. Look at the downs played, bro. Look at the downs played. We're coming for that spot next year. We're going to cover that spot next year. We're going to take it out in the playoffs, and then we're going to cover that spot next year. I think that's all we got for this week, man. That's all we got. Playoff pictures right here. Right? Yet again, let's show the playoff picture one more time. Right? So we're gonna see we're either playing technically I think we can play any one of these teams. But there's the teams that we could potentially be playing. Right there. That's it. So next week you guys will find out exactly who it is that we're playing. But I'm intrigued nonetheless. I'm intrigued. But yeah, let's find out, shall we?